Good morning. I look really tired today. My goodness, I had a good night's sleep last night. It's Tuesday, so everything feels a little bit out of alignment because I don't normally work on Tuesdays, but work is where I am. I normally work Wednesdays and Fridays, but I had to swap my day this week because we've got our staff Christmas get-together today, except we can't really have a get-together. We were going to be meeting with some wider members of our kind of work community, including like our charity trustees and etc. But we've decided not to do that given the current tightening restrictions. So it's just going to be the 7 of us that work in the museum, and we can be socially distanced in our quite large meeting room. Very large meeting room. So that's why I'm here today. I'm going to be working my usual day and then staying afterwards, and we do a Secret Santa as well, so I'll be able to share with you what I get from my Secret Santa. And I've even bought a couple of my yarn advents with me to open in daylight at my desk a bit later. I have been reading comments over the past few days, and oh my goodness, you lot are making me laugh with your teach Dan to knit hashtags. Dan is absolutely loving it. He basically, honestly, there's no living with him at the moment. He keeps just like giving me these glances like, you've got to have to do it, the pressure's on. So quite a while ago, before the pandemic, basically we had a little sit down at New Year and talked about our plans for the coming year. And my one was I wanted to learn the ukulele. And sure enough, within a couple of weeks of New Year, I joined a ukulele class on Thursdays. I called it my retirement club because I was the youngest one there by about 20 years. And I loved it. But of course, as soon as the pandemic hit, that stopped and it hasn't restarted again. But I will go back the moment it does start again, or I will try and find a private teacher because I was really loving learning. And Dan's thing was he wanted to learn to knit socks. And I said, that's fine, I'll teach you. But then because we ended up working from home, my job completely changed and we were homeschooling for most of 2020. It never happened. And yeah, it just sort of went to the bottom of the pile. But I did give him a project bag. I did give him yarn. So it's just a case of finding time to sit down together and do it. And I think it'll be really, really fun. And of course, I'll share that journey with you. Oh, I'm a bit gabbly this morning, aren't I? I've got to go and get my Secret Santa out the boot. It's really big, my Secret Santa that I bought. We all give a list of things that we would quite like, so that means everyone gets stuff they want for within the budget. And the person I shouldn't say actually, I'm sure they're not watching, but it's a secret. So, but it's in quite a big box, so I've got to try and get it secretly into the museum. So I've got a big black bag with me, and I'm going to have to carry it like Santa. Somebody suggested doing lobster in the lounge with our posable lobster. And this morning we actually woke up and he was lying on the book next to the computer, and I've got this crocheted star coaster. And it was on him like a blanket. And I didn't do it. Dan swears blind he didn't do it. And the girls say they didn't do it. So now we're all a bit freaked out. The lobster's alive. Right, I'm going to get my mask on and I'm going into work. But thank you for all your comments. You're really making us laugh with your Teach Dan to Knit. And just thank you for continuing to watch. There were so many Vlogmases and so much to do at this time of year. So if you're popping in still to spend a bit of time with us in the lead up to Christmas, thank you so much. Stop talking. am home. It is now almost 8 o'clock, I think. Yeah, it is 8 o'clock. Dan and I are eating now. I got home slightly later because of staying behind after work for our sort of festive get together when we did our Secret Santa. So I'll show you what I got in my Secret Santa in a minute. And Dan's just serving up dinner, so I'm going to go and eat that, and I'll come back and show you.
We'll not have anything sent home on
What about
Dojo.
Is that a bit high up? I think I put you a bit high up. I've just been opening some lovely cards that we got in the post today. Got one from my aunt and uncle, my mum's sister and her husband, and there's 2 Scottish £20 notes in. But it says they're not for me, it says they're for the girls. So I'll go and give those to them in a minute. And I thought I'd show you what I got for my Secret Santa at work. So the way we do it at work, you can just see Dan in the background doing his duties.
Wash it up.
We cooked dinner as well. It's because it's my working day today.
Don't say that like it's a surprise. I don't cook dinner like that rarely.
Quite rarely. But what I mean is I didn't have to do anything. Did I? He did it all. It's one of his specialities, I should say. You've been cooking this dish for years. It's salmon with kind of, what is it? Salmon with sesame.
It's salmon marinated in toasted sesame oil, soy sauce and honey.
Is that melting the tablecloth?
No. It is not.
You just got a red steaming hot pan down on the Christmas tablecloth. Yeah, it's really nice, and we had it with tender stem broccoli and some noodles. It's really filling, but very, very nice. It's one of his dishes. So at work, the way we do our Secret Santa is everybody gets, well, we've done it online this year actually, but it used to be that we got envelopes, and what we do is we can each put up to a value of £15. We can put ideas. We're only allowed to spend £15, but people put in ideas, so it means that everyone actually gets something that they want. So I put a couple of ideas in for me, and I've done the same idea for the last 2 or 3 years at work, and it is the Almanac. Now you hear me talking about the Almanac a lot in past vlogs. It's by Leah Leandertz, and this will be the 4th year I've had this, I think, and I can't imagine not having it now. And all my work colleagues were looking at it and going, oh, that looks really good. Every year you get that, and I always think, I should get it. So this year, there's a different theme to the Almanac every year. And this year the theme is around folk traditions. Last year it was Romany traditions. I can't remember what it was the year before. So I've already had a very brief look through it. They've also changed a few things, like how they give you the sunrise and sunset, and so the daylight hours is what I'm trying to say. So you can kind of have a visual look at how the days slightly increase across a month. So here we are in January. Well, not yet, but that's what January looks like, for example. Let me go to June, which for a summer-fearing person like myself makes me feel quite twitchy. That's June. So these are the daylight hours, and these are the dusk and dawn hours, pre-actual sunrise and sunset hours. So that was a terrible explanation of all of that, but it looks so good as usual. I can't wait to work my way through it throughout the year. Yeah, I love this book. I'll talk more about it in the new year. I've talked quite a lot about it now. And I also got one of these. They are German liqueurs. Now these were sent to me as a gift, and I've become slightly addicted to them. So I thought, because I had a few quid left to spend, these aren't expensive, I added that onto my wish list as well. And then the person who got me a Secret Santa obviously had £1 or so to spend, and I got a little 3-pack of Ferrero Rocher, and I'm going to have one of those now for my pudding. It's already been opened. Who's been? That'll be Phoebe probably. Then I'm going to go and sit down.
Someone say Ferrero Rocher.
Have you had pudding already? Yes. I was interrupted, but what I was going to say is I'm going to go knit on my socks, sit with Phoebe, who's poking her tongue out at me, and watch The Repair Shop. And you can come too if you wish.
If I'm allowed to finish my duties, master.
Shall
I
we?
have cleaned and waxed the cooker. I have laid the straw for the beasts. Evening.